Hello everybody, Z here. Welcome back to the channel. I want to start out by saying I am sorry I have not been uploading much content this week. Actually, any content this week. There's a lot of things I've wanted to do, and I started work on Tuesday and I've just been crushed. It is so much fun. I love my job, but it's brutal and exhausting. But it's finally here. We have finally received the DLC we've been waiting for so long. The Empire and the Lizardmen will be facing off in the Hunter and the Spirit of the Jungle. We have Markus Wulfhart and Nakai the Wanderer. I'm gonna go through the trailer and then I'm gonna go through the whole Steam reveal page and everything we have and just let's go. Oh wait, right, different controls. It's... Holy shit, that's a big lizard! Big lizard. Big lizard. Oh my god, it's a big cute lizard. That's the Saurian attacking a war wagon. Ooh. The roar. Oh my god.
So long. Have a little faith.
Okay, is that Marcus? There's the archers. War wagon. And gunners, archers. Razordons. Salamanders. And that's Nakai the Wanderer. No, those are Blessed Proxicores? What the hell is that? This is amazing. That's Nakai the Wanderer. Oh my god, he's massive. Oh my god, 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 oh my god. I love it. I love it. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. Out September 11th. It is coming out in 12 days. Okay, so first off, that was amazing. That was absolutely fucking amazing. And I'm so happy. Lizardmen have needed a substantial newness for a while, and the Empire has been dramatically underloved by Creative Assembly. So let's go to the Steam page and go down this. So, comes out in approximately 10 days. Get it for $8.09. Obviously, I'm gonna get it. Okay, Hunter and the Beast, latest Lords pack for Total War Warhammer 2, introducing 2 rival legendary lords, each with their own objectives, mechanics, units, playstyles for use in both the Eye of the Vortex, Mortal Empires, and custom/multiplayer battles. 2 richly themed new legendary lords, Markus Wulfhart leading the Hunt's Marshals Expedition, and Nakai the Wanderer leading the Spirit of the Jungle. Each brings their own unique faction mechanics, quest chains, legendary items, skill trees, and campaign narrative. Devastating new ranged units, mobile gunpowder batteries, and fabled hunter heroes for the Hunt's Marshals, towering new dread saurians, big scaly boys. The largest beasts walk the world of Total War Warhammer until Total War Warhammer 3 brings us Chaos Demons, right? Right? Please? Please? Chaos? Yes? Good. Plus new Croxigors, Razordons, and rights for Spirit of the Jungle. New regiments of renown. Okay, background for Markus Wulfhart. Fearless, charismatic, daring. These are but a few of the epithets bestowed upon Markus Wulfhart, Hunts Marshal of Emperor Karl Franz. With his band of ruthless trackers, scouts, hunters, and sharpshooters, who better to dispatch to the steaming jungles of Lustria? Hold on, sorry guys. In order to plant the flag, not really, and further imperial interests, and if some big game should wander into the crosshairs, why, all the better. But the jungle does not sleep. Nakai the Wanderer, revered Croxigor of the first spawning, is a living legend among the Lizardmen. Wandering the jungles of Lustria since the destruction of his home city of Tlansla during the Great Catastrophe, he follows where the great plan wills him. Now Lustria is a threat from usurpers once more. Nakai will rally the sacred Croxagors and rouse the dread Saurians from their ancient slumber. The old ones demand it. Let's see. Unique faction mechanics. Emperor's Mandate. As Markus Wulfhart expands imperial interest in Lustria, his stature in the eyes of the Emperor grows. As a result, he receives a broader range of increasingly advanced Empire units. Yada yada yada. New territories captured. His building options also diversify. In Eye of Vortex, you will ultimately face the spirit of the jungle himself, Nakai the Wanderer. I love those big climactic battles. They're absolutely fucking amazing. Sorry about that. Wulfhart's campaign progress is measured by how effectively he fulfills the Emperor's mandate. Expansion, successful operations, and other campaign activities increase his acclaim, which is tracked on the mandate bar. The mandate the mandate also dictates the quality of units available to Wulfhart via the Imperial supply system, which dispatches better units for him to recruit from time to time. As the bar fills, he will also unlock bonuses to further improve these units, plus new recruitment buildings. The Eye of the Vortex campaign, the further you go, the more Nakai will challenge you. Hostility. The lands behind the Empire are inimical to man, and Wulfhart's actions will not go unnoticed. While defeating the local inhabitants improves his imperial standing and increases his supply of fresh troops, it also enrages the native denizens. Wulfhart's hostility rating reflects the current level of Lustria's retaliation against his activities. Aggression can cause hostility through 5 levels. Conversely, a more passive approach to the campaign will cause hostility to fall, but will probably not help the mandate bar. Each has a negative level on Wulfhart's campaign, but is also a measure of his aggression against the Lizardmen. As he ascends through the hostility level, reinforcements are dispatched more frequently. There we go. You are rewarded for making the campaign harder for yourself. The strength of these reinforcements is dictated by the mandate bar. When peak hostility is reached, a Lizardman task force is dispatched to defeat Wulfhart. He will instantly receive a supply drop and will need to survive sustained assault for a number of turns before the hostility bar resets. Now this is interesting. Scattered throughout Lustria are 4 of the finest hunters that ever lived. Wulfhart may attempt to track them down and acquire their services. Bloody allergies. Wulfhart can search for the 4 hunters in the jungles of Lustria by completing special missions. The hunters each have bespoke stories, custom storylines, which are uncovered through unique missions. Completing these missions will reward them with new traits and powerful abilities. The hunters are not required, emphasis on not required, to complete Wulfhart's Vortex campaign, but bring major benefits to the Hunt Marshal's expedition. Doric Grimm is a brilliant master engineer. Shunned for his eccentric ideas, he has struck out alone to seek his fortune in Lustria. Roderick L'Anguille was once a renowned paladin. Disgraced and exiled, however, he is haunted by a past he cannot escape. Hertwig van Hal, a skilled physician and witch hunter, has traveled far from home on his quest for ultimate vengeance. And Kalroth of Wydrioth, the eminent waystalker, has traded the forests of Avalorn for the jungles of Lustria in pursuit of retaliation. So I'm assuming these are 4 agents, which can be truly devastating. Okay, new units and characters. Markus Wulfhart is a ranged combatant with a powerful armor-piercing bow which deals bonus damage to large targets. Coupled with Vanguard deployment, Stalk, and 360-degree fire arc, and immune to psychology, he has a well-deserved reputation as the ultimate hunter. Keeping with his reputation, he has a significant ambush defense and ambush success chance. Add a large upkeep reduction to huntsmen and archers in his army, so he's a backstabber. This faction is going to be all about getting the enemy when they're not looking for you, which I like. Huntsman General Lord. His Huntsman Generals have Vanguard deployment, Stalk, 360-degree fire arc, are immune to psychology and deal bonus damage to large targets. Their fire arrow capabilities mean they synergize well with Bright Wizards, and they grant reload rate bonuses to other missile units. The backbone of Wulfhart's hunting parties, Imperial archers are inexpensive, plentiful, quick to fire, and great at soaking enemy formations with ranged damage. Boost formation enables them to trade fire with other ranged units at a profit. Then there's the Deathjacks, Archer Regiments of Renown. They have Stalk, Snipe, and Vanguard deployment. If well screened, they can continue to fire without fear of discovery. Huntsmen are only the finest archers ascend to the rank of huntsmen. Well drilled and versatile, they have Vanguard deployment and Stalk, can fire while moving, have greater range than standard archers, enjoy a good degree of accuracy, and deal bonus damage to large units than White Wolves. Regiment of Renown Huntsmen. They are all hybrid ranged and melee units with Encourage and Immune to Psychology. Then there's the war wagons, which we saw in the trailer. Mobile armored wagons packed with 6 riflemen, each armed with an armor-piercing outrider rifle. Slower than standard missile cavalry, but far more resilient. They can fire while moving and in all directions. And reposition to place their fusillades precisely where required. In a pinch, they can also be used as chariots and charged into lighter or weakened units. Then there's a war wagon with a mortar, and a war wagon with a Hellblaster volley gun, the Black Lion Regiment of Renown, the ultimate unit in the expedition's armory. The Black Lion is a devastating mobile light artillery piece. While shorter range than a standard Hellblaster volley gun, it can pump rounds into approaching troops until the last second, then reposition to avoid getting caught in melee. Now, Nakai the Wanderer. Unique faction mechanics. Nakai's faction are a horde faction, which is fascinating for the scaled folk. Lizardmen. Now, as you know, hordes each function as an independent city / town, whatever. So this is very curious. Now, what should be observed is only Nakai's personal horde can unlock units. Every other horde he establishes can only recruit a unit if Nakai himself can recruit it, which is very fascinating to me. However, the difference between them, beyond that, is that while Nakai's building options will be about unlocking units, theirs will be about reducing recruitment times, which is cool. Great Plan. The defense of the Great Plan, Nakai begins with a vassal faction called Defenders of the Great Plan. When he captures a region, it may be gifted to the defenders, and he may choose which old one that region's temple should be dedicated to. As more temples are dedicated to a specific old one, the more powerful the rewards bestowed upon Nakai and his faction. Temples generate a unique resource called Old One's Favor. Nakai may expend favor to access blessed spawning units or to recruit lords at a much higher rate. So what I'm hearing is this is a prototype of the favors. Is this DLC is bringing a prototype of the favor system that we will see with Chaos factions, right? In Total War Warhammer 3. I'm hoping I'm right. I'm hoping. I'd be very curious to see what Milk and Cookies has to say about this, because he's about what Indie Pride, at Milk and Cookies has to say about this. Okay, Warm Blood Invaders. The Vortex, Nakai must fight to keep Lustria in the rightful hands of the Lizardmen. Several Empire colonies have been established, and each is encroaching on the jungle. 4 extremely dangerous hunters coordinate the efforts of the Warmbloods, hunt them down to draw out the leader. He has 3 unique rights. Right of Allegiance. Performing this right brings Nakai to the attention of the Old Ones, increasing his vassal income and all his horde's replenishment rates. Right of Rebirth increases the growth rate for hordes in his faction, reduces construction costs, and reduces unit recruitment and upkeep costs. The Right of Mastery increases the recruitment rate for Kroxigor Ancients, and Sacred Kroxigors, while improving their weapon strength and armor. Now, for the units and characters. Let's see. We have Nakai the Wanderer. High armor, health, melee attack, and web strength. Nakai is a powerful brawler well suited to extended melee. He also grants bonus melee defense too, and reduces the recruitment and upkeep costs of Kroxigors and Sacred Kroxigors in his army. He also has a new a number of new support units in battle abilities about, further cementing his role. Miasma of Despair is a speed, vigor, and leadership area of effect debuff. Primal Roar increases his physical resistance and melee attack, and grants Rampage to allies, and Golden Tributes gives perfect vigor for allies in range. Ancient Croxagors are well armored, hard hitting anti infantry specialists, well suited to extended melee engagements. They're either a unit. This feels a little vague whether they're a unit. Gotta be a unit. Let's see. Pharaoh Dread Saurian, we saw this in the trailer. Big, sexy, scaly boy. Thought Carnosaurs the apex predators of Lustria, think again. With breathtaking weapon damage and high armor, these towering walls of teeth and fury are versatile, elite killing melee behemoths, and are subject to rampage. The Dread Saurian with a Howdah, somewhat tamer than their fellow cousins, these titanic beasts are ridden into battle by skinks skirmishers and do not rampage, combining their terrifying melee power with 4 giant blowpipes and 8 skinks hurling. Poison Javelins is the ultimate multi-role unit. Then you have the Shredder of Lustria, a Dread Saurian Howdah, Regiment of Renown. Rank 9 stats, and courage, and a passive Hex aura reducing nearby enemy leadership. The Shredder of Lustria is truly a 1-unit army and comes with a price tag to match. You have Sacred Croxagors, versatile and hard-hitting monstrous infantry with high weapon strength and magical attacks. The cohort of Huatl are a Sacred Croxagor Regiment of Renown, top-tier monstrous infantry unit building on Sacred Croxagor capabilities with additional armor sundering attacks and bonus physical resistance. They synergize well in the field with skinks and Saurus warriors. Filling the air, raised on hunting pack. Filling the air with deadly grape shot style volleys of armor piercing fire. Razor Dawn hunting packs are potent and mobile armored infantry hunters. Then the Amoxon Barbs are a Razor Dawn regiment of renown, dealing poison damage and heavily scaled for enhanced resistance. They are pinpoint shooters and make top-notch skirmishers. So what do I think? Obviously I don't know a ton about the lore. I know that I feel like I can remember hearing Indie Pride talk about Nakai the Wanderer in the past, but I'd be lying if I said I could remember exactly when. This is extremely exciting, and I can't wait to get my hands on it. Now, the thing I do want to ask you guys, besides the obvious questions, requests of leave a like and a comment, if you want to see more of these trailer reactions. Do you think I should continue my Krokgar campaign, or should I table Krokgar, focus on Age of Wonders until this DLC comes out, and then start a new campaign as either Nakai the Wanderer or Markus Wulfhart? Let me know in the comment section down below. Which of these legendary lords do you want to see the most? Obviously, your comment doesn't have to be about that, but feel free to let me know your preference for what content you would like to see from me in the future. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you do know the drill. Leave a like, leave a comment, consider subscribing if you have not already. Until next time, everybody, I am Z, here at Vucari-gaming. See you guys in the next video.